coming to you from the Dubai Cloud and Datacenter Convention and Awards 2024, and joining me now is a very special guest, a technology entrepreneur all the way from Saudi Arabia. Please welcome Ms. Fadwa AlBawardi. Welcome to W.Media. Could you begin by telling us a bit more about your organization? You're a tech entrepreneur. What exactly do you do?
Thank you, Deborah. My organization, FSAB Consulting, we provide two types of services. The first one is consultations in digital transformation, data and AI strategies, as well as strategic planning. And the second service is trainings. We provide a lot of workshops to government entities, to academies, to private sector, as well as researchers and individuals.
All right. Now, since you have been a part of the technology landscape, I was wondering, how have you seen it grow and evolve, the entire digital infrastructure industry? How have you seen it grow and evolve in the Middle East, and especially in Saudi Arabia?
There is major advancement in technology and digital transformation. We now have a smart digital government. Everything is automated. We don't need paperwork anymore. If I need to have approval from any of the government entities, I don't have to go to the office. I just do it from home. I can just upload my documents. It gets verified, and then I get response within a week. So things are becoming digital, things are becoming automated, and very easy for people to use and access their paperwork through the digital infrastructure. Also, there is a very important point I'd like to mention. As per Vision 2030, it's one of the objectives is to really have a big contribution of the digital economy in the GDP of Saudi Arabia. So we are increasing this contribution by making sure that all the pillars of the digital economy ecosystem are being implemented.
Well, that is true, because what we have also noticed is that the Saudi Arabian data center market is the fastest growing data center market across the Middle East. There was a Knight Frank study about this as well. What I would like to pick your brain on, though, is cloud adoption. Saudi Arabia has a cloud first policy, but what have you observed when it comes to actual adoption, especially among startups and smaller businesses?
There are some organizations in Saudi Arabia that help to support startups and SMEs, small and medium enterprises, in working with the cloud. We have special companies that provide the cloud services to them when it comes to storing their data, analysis, reporting. So there are some subscriptions that you can contact these companies, and they will facilitate these things for you. Of course, it saves a lot of money for the SMEs, and it helps a lot to make their business more successful and to support their business without having so much expense from their side.
What I also feel strongly about technology is that it should empower everyone, the ordinary individual as well. What is your vision of technology? How do you think it can empower people? And what role can the cloud and data center industry play in this context?
For regular people, for individuals, when everything is automated, when they need to book an appointment at a hospital, they don't have to go to the hospital and book the appointment. They can do it through apps. Very simple services. Even schools, like students, they have access to platforms that can facilitate for them learning. So every individual in Saudi Arabia will find these automated services very valuable to them. It makes them automatically educated to how to use technology, to how to work with apps, to how to use the mobile phones in order to be able to process their work. So I find this very educational, and the digital transformation in Saudi Arabia is a very inspiring experience because it has affected all ministries. It's not like just one ministry, it's affected everybody.
What I'd also like to talk about is the AI boom. It's across the world, but the adoption, the speed here in the Middle East is very high. And what we've also noticed is that given how Saudi Arabia has a very young population, like more than 50% are like under the age of 30 or something, there is that hunger for AI, there's that hunger for new technology. So how exactly are, what is the roadmap in your opinion for adoption of AI to do it in a meaningful manner so that it empowers everyone?
Sure. Everybody realizes the power of AI. AI helps to support predictive analysis, to improve the resource allocation. It also helps in research and development. It makes things so much easy and beneficial, valuable for everybody, even individuals as well as organizations. So the roadmap for Saudi Arabia, what we have done, Saudi Arabia have established a specific organization. It's called Saudi Data and AI Authority. This organization, it helps to promote AI with the different government entities, as well as it makes the regulations and the policies that are needed to govern the AI within Saudi Arabia. So this is a very important role, because we know how to use AI. We know what are the policies and what are the regulations to using AI. So things are becoming very clear to us, how we can access the information, how we can store the information, even when we are using the cloud, as you have mentioned. What kind of information are we allowed to put in the cloud, and what needs to be in public storage or private storage, and so on.
That's an interesting point you bring up. It has to do with security, and there are already a lot of growing concerns about the impact of AI and ML, machine learning particularly, on cybersecurity, and there are also concerns about data sovereignty. So how do you think these fears can be allayed?
I think the very important key role is to have regulations and policies that can govern what to do with data. As you know, as per DAMA, data management, it has got so many components, including data governance, data access, data quality, and so on. So it's very important to know how you can use data governance in order to monitor all the other modules. And in order to do this, you need to have policies and regulations in place. You need to have very clear set of rules on how to work with the data and how to share it, and who has access to this data and who owns it, and so on. So by having these regulations clear, this helps us very much to progress as private sector, as public sector, and so on.
Now let's talk about women in technology. You are a shining example of a woman in technology from Saudi Arabia, but people still have a lot of preconceived notions about women, working women particularly, in the Middle East in general and Saudi Arabia in particular. So you're busting a lot of these stereotypes. Could you tell us a bit about the ground realities when it comes to women in technology, and particularly women entrepreneurs?
Sure. As per Vision 2030, there is a major move to empower women in Saudi Arabia. Right now, the opportunities are vast. Like, a woman can be educated in any field that she wants, including technology, as well as work in any field that she wants. We have 24 different industries in Saudi Arabia, and the opportunities of work is equal, whether to men or women, it's the same. They get equal chances and opportunities to educate and to work. So the opportunities right now, even as entrepreneurship, like I have tried like education, career, and entrepreneurship. I have went through the path of those three stages, and I found it very inspiring in Saudi Arabia how much support the government is giving to women. Like, as an entrepreneur, I can do whatever I want, I can reach whatever milestones I want, and the government actually supports me and facilitates things for me. Me and other women, like the percentage of working women in Saudi Arabia, it has increased even more than what Vision 2030 has expected in 2024. We have reached more than 35% of women working in technology, and we are aiming to reach 50% very soon.
That is an ambitious goal.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, now let's move on to the role of mentorship programs, because I think that is very essential. You're doing training. I'm sure you have also been a mentor in different capacities. So could you tell us a bit about the kind of professional empowerment and mentorship programs that are required to employ and retain more women in the technology workforce, especially in the Middle East?
I think there needs to be alignment between the education and the labor market. It's very important to know what the labor market needs actually, what are the talents, what are the skills that need to be learned. So when you are aligning both, when you are matching both, you can make sure that you will get successful amount of hiring, and you can actually get value from the hired positions. In addition, technology changes very fast, it evolves very fast. So it's important to keep up to date with the latest technological advances, and to learn and to keep on learning and to keep on updating yourself. Today there is cloud computing, tomorrow we might have a different type of technology, more advanced. So it's very, very important to keep aware and knowledge.
Final question. This is your first time attending Dubai CDC and a W.Media event. What was the experience like?
My experience was great. The event was amazing. I enjoyed every single minute. The panels were great. The panelists were great. It has added a lot of information because everybody is sharing their knowledge. Everybody is expressing their point of view. So it had a rich environment, and I'm very happy to participate in the event today. Thank you.
Well, I'm very happy I got to interview you today. Your panel also was excellent. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Deborah.